So I'm starting to see now that many of you are getting it, or at least some of you are getting it. You're really starting to understand beyond the very superficial stuff that most people out there think, that's what trading is all about technical analysis, about analyzing the markets, about drawing some trend lines on a chart, about having some system with stop losses in place. And I know there are, those of you now who see it is far, far deeper than that, at least if your goal is to be successful. It's all mental, it's totally mental. Now imagine having such confidence that you can go into any situation, any trade, any investment, and with absolute confidence know that you could work that position, that trade, that investment to a profit. That is what you are learning. That is why I am constantly berating you about seeking out, literally seeking out adversity, tough situations, stressful situations, situations that create anxiety for you. The more you face those types of situations, the greater your confidence will become, and the more you will understand that you could face any market situation thrown at you. Where most people are just focused on the very superficial, thinking that it is the system that provides them with the reward. Many of you now are understanding that it has nothing to do with the system. It comes from you. It comes from your ability, from your confidence in your abilities and your skills. And you start to see that the market is really secondary in all of this. The market's just a bunch of numbers popping up and down, moving around. Even though our analysis, or my analysis, I should say, using MMT is far, far above and much, much more accurate and based in reality than anything that anybody else is using, you still have to have that mental aspect, because even with the proper forecast, you could end up sabotaging yourself just from your own behavior. So this is kind of like a boot camp, okay? The more you go through the hardship, the more you go through the difficulty, the more you go through the tough times and emerge unscathed, coming out with profits, or worst case, a break even on a situation that was very, very tough, having caused you to maybe sit patiently for weeks, perhaps months, and come out of that without losses. That is a very powerful learning experience that you just went through. And it's going to add to your strengths. It's going to add to your confidence. It's going to give you the ability to engage in the markets in any sort of a situation. I mean, already in this very short period of time since I've been making these videos, we had some crazy stuff going on. We had Brexit. We had the British pound flash crash. We had several the big and scary sell-offs in the stock market. We had that recent gold liquidation, okay, which I know there were quite a few of you who signed up with me last month in September. And so the first trades maybe that you got involved with were the gold trade and the silver trade and maybe the S&P. Okay, so unfortunately, or I should say fortunately, I always think it's more unfortunate if you start off right off the bat with everything going just perfectly hunky-dory and you think, hey, this game is so easy, because I've said it time and time again, it's not. But those of you who are kind of, being put through the test right now, having to, go through the fire, so to speak, on your first outing with this, you should consider that a blessing. You should consider that something, a gift, because you get hit with that right away, a tough situation. That immediately puts you in a position to start building your toughness, building your resilience, building your anti-fragility, building your self-confidence. Once you have a level of self-confidence that is unbreakable, You can operate in any market condition and make money. And that's what the trading is all about. It's not about the analysis. It's not about technical analysis. It's not about some system. It's not about where you put your stop loss. Okay? It's about you. It's about handling the tough times. It's about staying calm. It's about not losing your cool. It's about being able to think rationally and not getting hysterical. I mean, some of you sometimes you email me and I have to calm you down, say, stop being hysterical. Now, this is not for everybody. And the process now has begun to weed out some of you. Okay, I've used the SEAL Team 6 as our that's kind of our moniker, right, that I've given to us. But it's sort of like a SEAL training. I mean, some people are dropping out. I got guys telling me just, I'm going to cancel. Uh, this is not my style, right? Your style is losing. Or it's too much of a drawdown because you didn't follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, if you overextend yourself, if you take on too much risk, you're gambling. Go to Las Vegas. But those of you who have stuck it out, you feel your confidence growing. You feel your skills set growing. You feel your abilities growing, and that means your ability to take on any market condition. And you're going to continue on. There's going to be other guys who are going to drop out. It's not for me. It's not my style. There's only two styles. I told you. There's winning and there's losing. Are you a winner or are you a loser? Are you a quitter? Are you a whiner? Are you a crybaby? All right? The process is exposing you. I've said this all along from the very beginning. Trading exposes you. Everyone comes in, I want to make a lot of money, and it's an intellectual challenge, and I want to play in the markets. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to make so much money. The market exposes you. It exposes what you truly want. You don't want to win. You want action. Can you sit for months at a time in a position that's not going anywhere? Many of you might say, well, the prudent thing is to take a loss and just do it again. No, that's not the prudent thing. That's what is taught, but that doesn't mean it's the prudent thing. The prudent thing is what I'm telling you to do. And those of you who have embraced that, you see that for yourself. Okay? So some of you are still going to drop out. But I like the way some of you are coming along right now. And even a few of you who took some hits, and I'm very proud of you. You took some hits. You fell down. You got knocked down. You got back up. I had a guy today who took a hit on that Brexit, not the Brexit thing, on the flash crash. And by his own admission, he was a man. He was a mature man who said it was my fault. I overexposed myself. Well, guess what? That guy got back up on his horse. He's back to making money on every single trade. He called me today. He said, guess what? All my trades are green. I'm back up. He got back on the horse and he kept going. A lot of people can't do that. They're like, it's not for me. I'm going to find something else. Well, you're not going to find something else. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. You're not going to find something else. But if you could keep going through this, if you could take on these challenges, if you can steel yourself against the stresses, and I'm not saying, you're not going to feel it. We're all going to feel it. I've been doing this for almost 40 years. I feel it all the time when I'm in a bad position. I told you, it never goes away. It never gets easy. But that doesn't mean we can't control it. And that doesn't mean we can't use it to our advantage against others who have no concept of the mental game whatsoever. We take their money every single time. Bye.